Hey guys, your bro Rich here. Today's video is an extended video of the previous SSC Tuatara video. So without any further ado, let's begin. So this is an extended video. So from where I left off, so we're on a world record attempt. So let's continue from where I left off from the last video. So in April 2021, April 2021, 2021. While traveling back to Florida, to reattempt the speed record. The Tuatara is damaged after its trailer flipped over due to high winds in Utah. On May 14th, 2022. At that point, I was done with high school, pretty much. We all were finished with high school, pretty much. But 2022 will always be the best year for us. For me personally, it was just the best. Anyways, on May 14th, 2022, it was 7 months before my 17th birthday. So before I turned 17 at that time. On May 14th, 2022. So on May 14th, 2022, Larry Kaplan's Tuatara reached a one-way speed of 295 miles an hour. 295, that's pretty fast. Over the course of 2.3 miles at Space Florida's launch and landing facility. Launch and landing facility. This was verified by two Race Logic V-Box. It's like the word Xbox, but taking out the letter X and replacing it with a V, and you get Race Logic V-Box. So V-Box, GNSS, and a life. So Race Logic V-Box, Race Logic V-Box, GNSS, and a life racing GPS, SMS. So not from text messages, but speed measurement systems, as well as a Race Logic technician on hand. Next, model variants. In May 2020, SSC North America announced a soft reveal of two Tuatara variants that focused on mainly track abilities. The first version was known as the Striker. So the Striker, the Tuatara Striker features additional aerodynamic components, so aero components that increase downforce for track handling. And the last one is the Aggressor. Interesting. The Tuatara Aggressor has the same body style as the Striker, but allows the customer to choose from non-street legal options, such as both racing seats and, one I mentioned in the previous video before, a 2200 horsepower engine upgrade. Next, specifications. So there's three versions of the Tuatara. So we got the Standard, Striker, and Aggressor. So for the Standard and Striker, they made 100 units combined, so there's 50 each for production, and only 10 were made for the Aggressor version. All three were powered by the same motor, a 5.9 liter twin turbocharged V8 motor. So they all have the same motor, 5.9 liter twin turbo V8, and the bore and stroke was 104.8 by 85.7 millimeters, 4.125 by, so 4.125 by 4.125 by, so 4.125 by 4.125 by 3.375 inches. Transmission was a 7-speed SEMA, so not as in the SEMA shell, SCMA, it's CIMA, so 7-speed SEMA or CIMA, robotized manual, so like an automated manual technically. So automated manual technically. So automated manual. So an AMT gearbox. Mainly some BMWs would use that. So 7-speed SEMA robotized manual. So an automated manual. Now for the horsepower, so we got 1300 for both the Tuatara and the Striker version of that. So standard and Striker, they both make 1350 horsepower. But that's on 91 octane. On E85, it's 1750 horsepower, as I mentioned in a previous video. 1750 horsepower just on E85. And for the Aggressor version, it has an option of 2200 horsepower. Now for torque, it's 984 pound-feet, 1350 newton meters on just 91 octane, and then there's 1322 pound-feet, dead on straight at 1800 newton meters on just E85. However, as an option, you can equip that. You can get that also with 1604 pound-feet, 1604 pound-feet, 2150 newton meters of torque. That's optional. That's on the Aggressor version only. For aerodynamics, the drag coefficient was 0.279, almost 0.28, and that's for the SSC Tuatara. And for the Striker and Aggressor, produces 1100 pounds, 1100 pounds, 500 kilos of downforce. It's not bad. 0 to 60 is dealt with in 2.5 seconds, and that's the same for the from 60 to 120 in 2.5 seconds. That's for the Tuatara, whereas both the Striker and Aggressor is to be available, so apparently it doesn't show up, but presumably it might be the same, I don't know. And last but certainly not the very least, to wrap it up, is the Little Brother project. So Little Brother project. So CEO, so Little Brother project. So let's finish this last one off officially, shall we, folks? Let's do this. CEO, so Little Brother project. So Little Brother project. CEO, so CEO, Jared, so I can't really pronounce it correctly, but it's spelled Jerod. So Gerard Shelby. So Gerard Shelby. Gerard Shelby. Gerard Shelby. No, I can't talk. Gerard Shelby. Shelby has shared limited info about a Little Brother. So Little Brother supercar in early development that'll decrease the price point. So in other words, making it cheaper of a Tuatara related vehicle. So Tuatara related vehicle to make it available to a larger market. In other words, like worldwide, if they would like to sell this version of the Tuatara, then they'll make the price a hell of a lot cheaper at some point. So to make it available to a larger market. So to make it available to a larger market. Alright, and that is officially it for the SSC Tuatara, so that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.